Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. It's a new year. Happy 2025. Today I'm going to give you something really totally different. You've never seen this on the internet before. I have never seen this on the internet before. I'm going to show you how to make mistakes perfectly on the piano. You know, when you watch piano gurus and piano tutorials and you see people playing and hear people playing, they give impressions that and appearances that they never make mistakes. And you as a beginner, you're watching and you're thinking, where do you start from? You're intimidated and you're wondering, how can you ever be like them? How can you ever get to that level? Well, I'm going to tell you this, that is so far from the truth because these people make mistakes. But one thing they've learned is to make those mistakes perfectly. So it's either of two things. It's either they make those mistakes and they just cut it out when they post that video, or they're very good at masking those mistakes when they are playing. This is what I'm going to show you today. I'm going to show you how to make those mistakes. There are ways for you to play, make those mistakes, and it still sounds perfectly. It's a skill that you need to learn. I make so many mistakes and I just don't think it's ideal for me to cut it out and just give an impression that I'm perfect. And you as a beginner, you're watching and you just can't relate. I believe the best thing is for me to play. Whenever I make mistakes, I make the mistakes. Just leave it there for you to see. But then again, I want you to see how to make those mistakes look perfect. So there are different levels. I'm going to show you those levels. I'm going to start from how a beginner make those mistakes, and it's really obvious what they do, and up to where you can actually make those mistakes as a skilled pianist, and you can learn that as a beginner right now, and it still sounds perfectly. Let's go. Let's not waste any further time. So I'm going to use the song Twinkle Twinkle Little Star as an example. I'm going to show you right from level one what a beginner does when they make a mistake. And what they do is they freeze and they stop. So say they're playing Twinkle Little Star like this. Did you see that? So a beginner would make a mistake and just freeze, not knowing what to do. If they should continue, start again, or they just don't know what to do. It's thrown them off totally. Let's move on to level two. Now, what did a level two beginner do? They made the same mistake, they stopped, and they started again. But you can do much better than that, and I'll show you. So this is what I would like to call level three. So what happened there? The beginner made a mistake, but she still carried on. So that's even much better. So you're not frozen, you're not starting again. You made that mistake and you carried on. So it's less noticeable. I'll do it again. So you notice there's a slight pause at that mistake, but then he was able to carry on. Let's move on to level four. So the beginner makes a mistake, but keeps going. You notice that he made that mistake by pressing that key, but that was meant to be the key, but still he did not pause, he just carried on. So that's even much better. The previous level, there was a mistake, there was a pause, which highlights even more the mistake, but it's still better than starting again. But that level highlights the mistake, pausing and then carrying on. But then this level, which is level four, doesn't even pause. There's a very tiny unnoticeable pause or no pause at all. So it makes that mistake but still carries on. That's much better. You're playing. Much better than doing see the difference? So the more you highlight your mistakes, the more the audience, the more the people you're playing, the church, wherever it is that you're playing, the more they know that mistake. So now I'm going to show you the best way to make a mistake perfectly. This way, you're going to make that mistake and almost no one's going to know that you made a mistake. Pretty much no one's going to know that you made a mistake because you have learned to improvise around the mistake. I'm going to show you right now. So we're still using that same example. Where was the mistake? So what did I do there? Mistake. So I made the mistake and I carried on, but then I did some improvising a brush, and then I did a walk up. Now that doesn't sound like a mistake to me. It sounds like I'm improvising around the song, and it sounds like I've planned it before. No, I didn't. I made a mistake, but I tried to cover it by doing that. See? And sometimes, many times, these just comes to you instantaneously. It doesn't actually come to you because you don't know where you're going to make that mistake. So the best way to learn these skills is to keep practicing. Know the song, know your keys, and know the best way to improvise. Let me show you another example. Same song. Do you see what I did there? So the mistake was here. So this was the key I was looking for, but I pressed this. So rather than stopping or pausing or doing anything like that, I played an arpeggio. And then it went back to my original key that I was looking for. So I went here. Mistake. But then I just did. And there are tons of ways you can do any kind of improvisation around your mistakes. And by the way, I play all of my songs by ear. If you'd like to know how I can hear a song and play it on the keyboard after a few tries, then click the link below and see what's in my course. I teach you with my unique way of teaching beginners how to hear and play a song right from the beginning, assuming you don't know anything. It's for you. And if you know a little bit as well, you can benefit from it. So click the link, watch a video which is free. That video shows you everything you need to know in that program. It shows you the modules, the lessons. You have access to me. You can ask me questions. You can be one-on-one with me. You can learn directly from me. It's a brilliant course for beginners. Trust me. I've seen good results from my students, my youngest being 10 and my oldest being in their 60s. So have a look at it and see if it's the right fit for you. Another one. And I'm sure you can guess what I was looking for. So I went, this was what I was looking for, but I pressed that. And I went, because what was coming after this was that. And because I pressed this, I just went, I just created a melody around it. So and because you don't plan for these things, it's just, sometimes it just comes instinctively. And the only way for you to get better is to keep practicing, keep knowing your scales, keep knowing your chords progression, know the key you're playing on. This is on the key of C. know the song very well and just keep trying different variations of the song. So you're doing, you're just messing about, trying different things, and that's where you start understanding what the song is made of, the melody, and you're just trying different things. So when that mistake comes, you know exactly instinctively what you can press that will make that will cover it and make it sound melodious. So rather than it sounding like a mistake, it sounds like it's part of the song that you're just improvising. And that's how to make mistakes perfectly. So I'm just going to keep playing and highlighting where I made the mistakes, and you're going to see how I smartly improvise around the mistakes and make it seem perfect. Don't forget that this skill to make mistakes perfectly on the keyboard comes with a lot of practice. Keep practicing, keep playing the song, know the song in and out, know your scales, and know the keys that you're playing on, and keep practicing. Try different variations, try to improvise around the song, play it differently, as many different ways as you possibly can. And you notice that when you make mistakes, you will be finding it easier to cover those mistakes and make those mistakes perfectly. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Make mistakes, but make them perfectly. See ya.